Hi everyone, welcome back to the farm. I've just been on the Larling Angel tractor run, so we're starting today's video in reverse, which is quite unusual. Just been on the run, it was a really good day, met so many of you, it was brilliant, a lot of people from the farming community. We went through Thetford Forest and across the Elverden estate, which was quite different from last year's run. Really good time, managed to get some content, hope you enjoy it. Making a slightly bigger ship, so that's good. Along goes the point at the bottom. Alright, so we just left the Larling Angel pub in the morning and then we pulled up to this farm along the tractor run, and I managed to get some content where I could see the tractors. So you can see there's this lovely John Deere 7530 going past, which we're looking at next year. Do leave a comment. At the moment we've got a poll for whether we should buy a John Deere 7530 with auto power or auto quad. This was the only place actually on this farm where I could get some content of the tractors, because at the pub there were just so many people walking around. You literally could not see the tractors, it was that busy. You'll see there's a lot of Fence, a lot of John Deere's, Massey Ferguson's, Deutz Fahr, New Holland. I mean, there was literally everything, Valtra, McCormick, the whole shebang. See there's this lovely old Massey Ferguson going past. It was such a great day. Very different to the one we'd previously been on at the Utting tractor run, or the Halston Young Farmers tractor run based in Suffolk. Of course, we are in the heart of Norfolk really on this tractor run, so completely different to the previous one we've been on to. Lovely 4955. That tractor actually followed me all afternoon and it sounded brilliant in my, I put my back window open just listening to it. The thing is, as good as the new tractors are, I know they're quiet and they're comfortable, but I don't think they sound as good as the old ones. The old ones really did sound good. You see there's a lot of these old MB tracks. I love the one with the Santa on the back there, that was brilliant. And yes, I mean just the old tractors, you know, they got the character, they got the soul. And you see there's this lovely big Fent going past, I believe it's an 828. You know, they haven't got the character, unfortunately, a lot of these new tractors, when you look at the old ones. You know, there's just something about them which they haven't got. They are nice, of course we've got new tractors on the farm with AdBlue and all the rest of it, but it's whatever you like really. And I think the day really represented a great blend of have your modern era, classic era, modern classics, and then you've got your vintage. It was great actually to see so many MB tracks, just so many of them, people who are really passionate about the Mercedes MB tracks from back in the day. You know, they just sound fantastic, they go on forever, and they've really got a cult following. There was also a cult following of Deutz Fahrs, which I never knew. And you see there's a lot of course, the modern 6Rs, we saw them all day long. We also saw some of the new 6Rs, 6R185. And of course the MB tracks, I mean they're just built to last, you know, solid tractors, a solid concept which has stood the test of time, because nowadays of course we've got the modern Unimog, I suppose, which has replaced the MB track. But yeah, just such a loyal cult following. I couldn't believe how many people really get into the old MB tracks. Kind of walked away thinking, oh, I'd love one day to get an MB track, but I've heard it can be quite an expensive hobby, so I've already got enough of those. I thought I'll keep out of that. But yeah, fair play to all the people who keep the MB tracks going. I mean, they're just real solid tractors. I'd love to get some on the channel and have a look at some in the future when they're doing some land work or doing any sort of haulage or anything like that. You see, it's a lovely old T6 going past. T6040, I suppose it's kind of like a modern classic now. And then there was this Valtra going around, I noticed all day, with a crane on, got his timber crane on, do a bit of tree harvesting mid-run, bit of chipping. Then we had this lovely trio of Ford 7810s, I was going to say John Deere 7810 then. Lovely looking two-wheel drive model, then a four-wheel drive variant, and then there was also a special edition, Jubilee edition, which was in silver, matching with blue, which I should think is worth a pretty penny. Lovely Ford. Never really been a Ford guy myself, but I got to say they were quite nice, those 7810s. And then there's this lovely T8 in Maserati blue, which is the blue power, and I did think this looks really nice. So stunning tractor. It really pops in the sun, that Maserati blue. And then this is a T7270 behind it. As I say, never been a massive New Holland guy, but I've got to say, in the blue, it really pops in the sun, and looks great. So maybe you'll see New Holland on the channel again soon. We've got this Massey Ferguson 7718, not too dissimilar to the one we demoed on the channel a couple of years ago. Really great tractor, got the C-Seal engine, AdBlue as well, and then behind that we've got an 8 Series Massey, which I think these are really an underrated tractor. These actually look really, really good, and I'm sure in the field you get them, pulling a big 20-ton muck spreader or put them on an 8-furrow plough, they probably do bloody well. I've got a 250R, 215R going past, and then this is like the new John Deere 6R 185, very popular tractor now, and they're saying it's going to replace kind of the 6930, the 6155. It's going to be the next big thing. So maybe we'll have a look at one of those in the dealership in the coming years. And you see 615R there going past. There was a lot of John Deeres. John Deere is still number one. Yeah, I mean, coming from Norfolk, I suppose the main big dealership really is Ben Burge's John Deere, and then Ernest Doe's for the alternative brand, Case of course going past, New Holland, and then you've also got TNS with Massey Ferguson, the AGCO brand of Fendt. So yeah, I mean, other brands are creeping up there. I've noticed a lot more brands, but really, I mean, Norfolk is at heart a John Deere county, I think. And you see there's this Fendt going past with row crops on. I've always been really intrigued by Fendt, but never really had one on the farm to demo. And we've had some opportunities for them, but I've never really gotten into them. I think they're really high tech. You really got to know what you're doing with them. I think they're a real owner operator tractor. Like you've really got to get, you've really got to be able to drive a Fendt to get the most out of them properly. See, there's this lovely old 69, I believe it was a 6920 going past here. It didn't have any stickers on, so I couldn't really tell what model it was, but I'm pretty sure it's 6920 with 50k. You can see it's got the bigger hubs. Sounded great. I mean, some people say steer clear of the 20 series, and some people say they're great. I think it depends which year you go for. The earlier 20 series, whenever it's reliable, pre-common rail, and then I think afterwards they were a bit more reliable, sort of post 2002, 2004. Maxim going past. I heard that noise and I thought it was a 6210, but then I actually realised this is a great tractor actually, by the way. You said a 6300. They are brilliant. Absolute beast. I followed this international case on the way back in the afternoon, and it sounded brilliant. Massey Ferguson 399, they're a great tractor. You've got the Perkins engine in those. They just go on for years and years. And then you've got a Class, something a bit different. Everyone loves a good Class. Local hedge cutting contractor, really good tractor. We went down to Class earlier on in the year. And then the John Deere 6R, really well decorated there with the air horns on. That was something I missed out this year. I should have got the air horn on. So yeah, what's interesting, they all sound different, the air horns. There's different, although they're all the same, they've got air horns. Everyone's kind of got their own tone going on. I know some people can get musical tones and you can kind of add melodies to them, so yeah, we've got to get an air horn for next year. Yeah, it's a good laugh. They're really loud. I've got to get a pair of earmuffs next year. These air horns are bloody loud. So yeah, and I assume you just connect them to your air brakes. And then you can see we've got some Massey presents going on here. There's a couple of 7720s, and then there's a 7719 here. It's got an air horn on. This was really loud, this one. Yeah, something a bit different. Then there's this Fendt behind, and I believe it's a Gen 6. And I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool in that black. Yeah, it's a good looking tractor, the new Black Beauty. So they look cool. And like I say, they're getting around Fendts. Like years ago, you'd never have seen this many Fendts. But I think they're the only tractor which can really take on John Deere these days. They're getting their name out there. They're reliable, well made, efficient. Lovely old TM, old school TM. This fast track sounded brilliant. Yeah, on the way in I saw the fast track sitting on a bridge, and I went past it thinking I'd overtaken it. I thought, no, he'll have me, and he did overtake me on the way back. 6Rs. Yeah, this Vulture is pretty cool actually. I've never, like I said, I've never been a New Holland Vulture fan, I'm an alternative fan, but this Vulture looks cool. The latest ones, I got to say, they've got the styling right. and they are AdBlue, but they're really easy to AdBlue delete. And I bet there was loads of tractors today which we saw which had been AdBlue deleted, but obviously you wouldn't know about. So a lot of people are going to be doing it because it is getting really expensive, AdBlue, and I don't understand why they can't make a non-AdBlue tractor with like DPF, but just lower emissions. This was quite cool. Deutz Fahr, kind of really unusual in-track. You don't see those very often. You've got great visibility. I mean, yeah, something completely different. And yeah, I mean, it was such a good day. There were so many tractors, it was unbelievable. Just tractors parked all over this farm where we stopped up for lunch. That was kind of like refreshments. In the morning I whipped off, I was on the way and I picked this lovely International 4v4 up, all restored, just like our old scraper tractor. Our one is destroyed, but that looks great. Lovely Fordson Dexter, John Deere 2040, kind of got your MB tracks, old school Masseys, kind of, this is the classic tractor area, which I kind of, you know, we love the old classic tractors on the channel. We've got a grey Ferguson, old Ford, kind of a bit of everything. I mean, people were just having such a good day. It was a really sunny day actually. Last year it was raining and it was freezing. This year we got lucky with the run. It was good weather. You see we've got this lovely Case International there. One for the Case fans. Nuffield, good following. A lot of people love the old Merhills there. Merhill going past. And there she is, Massey Ferguson 135, one of my favourite tractors. Yeah, you can't beat a good 135. And then there was a Ferguson, well decorated. He's kind of got the Christmas face going on. 135 swept axle, pre-1970s, with the round fenders on the back. Kind of becoming a 135 now these days. Massey Ferguson 65, very similar to our one at home, with front loader, which was a bit different. And then you kind of got this old Ford 7740, 675. My old man used to drive the 575 back in the day. He used to love that tractor. Then you've got a Fordson Dexter, Massey Ferguson 5480. Got those great 4-cylinder Perkins in them. A couple of old Masseys again, another 675. Kind of got the old 7810s at the back, Internationals. Nice collection of the old Fords. A bit of everything for everyone. And along with the 7530, this was one of my favourite tractors of the day. Good old 6210. Just goes to show you don't need the biggest, shiniest tractor out there. As long as you just enjoy farming, you're passionate about what you're doing. Next year we're going to be getting a John Deere 6 7530. Do comment auto quad or auto power. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll catch you in the next one. Click here to subscribe to the channel and click here to watch another Olly's Farm video.